We rolling? Cool. Rolling. Uh, anyway, here we go. There's my cool painting. That one's kind of cool. That's my little dog lamp for my grandma. She died. Anyway, let's do it. Hopefully, fucking thing. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I guess I gotta still hold this fucking thing. I don't know how you use a tripod. And I'm not gonna start over again. I don't believe in editing or whatever. I'll just hold it like that. Hopefully it stays cracking. I'll just lean back, Memorex. Someone got that. How to do it? Like how to get a meeting? That's the question, right? So, let me set up first of all agents, right? Like, so people like get it. One thing I would say is imagine Vanity Fair or Deadline or whatever says like, hey, cool, let's do a story on you, Mr. or Mrs. Agent, Ms. whatever. Let's do a story on you and let's have your clients stand behind you, behind your desk. And what would be cool, what would be neat is like, hey, what if they all held up a sign of how much money they make or, what their last deal was or whatever. So that's one thing to consider, in my opinion, as far as like getting repped. Like everybody wants that. I want to be repped. Great. But you have to consider that. Fucker. You have to consider that part because I'm not doing this over again. You have to consider that part because, picture those clients, like who they really are. It's people like Shonda Rhimes, Ryan Murphy, Chris McQuarrie, Chris Nolan, all the rad Chris's, Duvernay, whoever, they're all back there, standing back there with huge deals. And as a brand new writer, like you won a contest or you placed, you're a semi-finalist. Not to crap on that, but I'm just saying like it doesn't match that. Like it doesn't match this fucking phone. It doesn't match a $300 million deal or whatever the deal is. You know what I mean? It doesn't match that. So, and you have to understand that agents, they're also trying to thin down their client list, their roster. They don't want 800 million clients. Like they want to hone in. Like they've been working their whole career. Some of these bigger reps working their whole career so that they can thin down and build these clients. And great, all right, cool. Now I have a rad roster. You see them behind me. Great, and so as a brand new writer coming off of a semifinalist win, do you feel confident enough to go stand up next to Shonda Rhimes, for example, and say, yep, I'm as good as her. I'm as valuable as her. That's why you should sign me. That's the reason an agent is going to sign someone, think it through. Like if an agent at that level is going to sign someone, they're not going to dip into contests. They're going to dip into like, let's be real, like a CAA. Dude, I've seen it. 20 years. They're going to dip into WME or they're going to dip into whoever, Verve or APA. Like they're going to poach from that. And by the way, we've had a client poached that way. And if you're A-list, I'll tell you who it is. Otherwise, nope. So, like that stuff happens, and that's how bigger reps get clients. So then it's like, okay, how do I do this then? It seems impossible, and I agree, it does seem impossible, and it almost is. It kind of is. So I gotta go quicker. What do you do? Reach out to the assistants. Javier said it. Go listen to Children of Tendu, episode 2, Agents, Who, Why, What, Where, whatever it's called. Someone, when I was, doing calls and whatever, someone's like, "Oh, you got to listen to episode 2." They're kind of saying what you're saying, which is, and they don't endorse me. Like, let's be 100% clear about that. I'm not saying they endorse me. But it's reach out to assistants in my opinion. What are they going to do? They're going to be the ones that are going to make agent, make manager in 6 months, maybe tomorrow, maybe an hour from now, and if you get in early with them, I think that's the way to go, because they're hustlers, man. And should I give a shout out? Someone at Gotham, let's say, the assistant was kind of the lead on that, and doing a lot of stuff for me, and really thorough. I posted actually the email, and so that's an example of what they can do, and the smart ones are going to be hustling to try to push those deals into the agency or the firm or whatever, so they can make agent or manager, and it looks better, and agents are gonna, like a lot of assistants worked under my ex, and I would say that her mantra was like, number one, do the job for me, service my clients, but number two, try to start building your own client base, and so reach out to assistants. How? You're not gonna like this. Call them. Oh, controversial, right? Don't call their cell. Don't text them. Never call anyone's private stuff, But a business line, I'm trying to do business, like if anyone's trying to do business, I mean, how can they fault you for that? If you're not a psycho and you're professional and you're saying like, hey, I'm reaching out for this reason, blah, blah, blah. All right, so what is the call? Quickly, in 30 seconds. Hey, or let's do the full call, because I've run through this with various writers, and they get tripped up, and so it's like, how do you do it? And I'm like, hey, let's role play, and they're like, and so I'm like, ring, 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 CAA, and what do they say? They're like, hi, I'm John, William, or not John Williams, because he's a rad composer, so he'd get through, but hi, I'm Joe Blow from Iowa. I'm looking for representation. Click, like you're telling them to hang up. That's what that's telling them. And no disrespect to receptionists. My ex was a receptionist for many, many years, and before all of that. And so tough job. But just get over that. And so examples, I never could remember my ex's private line. So I would just call the main line and just say, hey, say your name. Hey, blah, blah, office, please. Boom, I'm through. So here's an entire phone call, in my opinion. And whatever, I'm going to get hate. Who cares? Ring, 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 CAA. Joe Blow's office, please. Ring, ring, ring. I'm through. I'm over that wall, right? The biggest wall ever. Ring, ring, ring. Let me do it in real time so you can time me. Is it under 30 seconds? Ring, ring, ring. CAA. Joe Blow's office, please. Ring, ring, ring. Joe Blow's office. Hey, I know you guys represent so-and-so, so-and-so. I'm sure you're probably putting your own client list together. I would love to send you something. Cool, what is it? For 1 day a year, All Crime is Legal. It's called Purge. It's a horror. They're like, great, send it. Cool, what's a good email for you? doodoodoop.com. Great, look forward to hearing your thoughts. Have a great day, bye. That's how quick it can go. But you gotta sound like you know what you're talking about. You can't waste people's times, and that's part of two things in there. It's like, I'm saying I know you guys represent, meaning I'm including the assistant onto the team. You know, I'm not, you know, the number one way to just crap out on all your calls or queries or whatever is to try to get to the boss, in my opinion. I think you should try to get to the assistant. They're going to make agent or manager anyway, right? The good ones. And they're going to hustle. They're going to make 1,000 calls for you, you know, because they have to have you win, right? So the boss doesn't. The boss is like, dude, I represent like Shonda Rhimes or whoever. Like, they don't need you to win, but the assistant does. Call them, in my opinion, and you know, just be cool, and that's it. Like, and but do everything. You know, I'm not saying only do that. I'm saying whatever you like the contest, great. Try the top ones, great. Reach out to assistants, great. Reach out to managers, agents. You want to reach out to producers if you know them, can get to them, great too. Like, try everything. Why not? Bye.